taking us to a home page.
Yeah, I'm on
Mm-hmm. And so you're going to click join game somewhere.
Enter game.
Enter game pin. Okay. It'll say enter game pin. And when you get to that point, then you can put in that game pin.
Okay, yeah, the top right.
And you can answer on your screen. All right. So it looks like all of you have some strategies that you use to build comprehension in your class. There's number 2. All right, looks like all of you do that. Model your thinking. That's great as you read aloud to your students. Number 3. All right, good job. Visuals will help improve instruction. Number 4. Alright, so most of you said daily. Good, we have that one-to-one, everybody has a computer, so it's easier for us at our school to make sure that everybody has a computer daily. Alright, last one. QAR. Where's that? Have you used it? I don't like that. I don't know what it is. Alright. So some of you say, what's that? Someone says yes. Good, good. That's good information. Alright, so we will go back to our PowerPoint. You can go back in. Alright. Yeah, you can just exit out of that. You won't need to do it anymore. And either you can follow along with me. You're going to need your PowerPoint again pretty soon. But you can follow along with me or you can go with your PowerPoint. So let's answer the question, what is comprehension? Okay, so when we think about comprehension, it involves the ability to think deeply and critically as students read or are read to. Okay, we want our students to understand what they're reading, whether they're in school or out. So we want that information to transfer. So that what we're teaching and modeling here, they can use wherever they are. Comprehension comes when students are able to understand both text and visual images, and their engagement with both. So when we put the two together, then it helps them to comprehend even more. Okay? So there are always some barriers to comprehension, especially in the primary grades when you think about going from K2 to 3-5. Sometimes primary grade instructions, the focus has always been to develop decoding. So here we are heavy K2 and just being able to read. Can they read the words? Can they use their strategies? Can they tap? Think about all the things we do all day to just help them sound out words and figure out words. Okay, that can sometimes be a barrier when they go up to upper grades and they got a test. Because then they know how to read, but they don't always know how to comprehend or understand what they've read. Students struggle when they move from lower grades to upper grades as they shift from learning to read, as I said, to reading to learn. So that can sometimes be a barrier in their comprehension. Schools can struggle to provide students with the instruction that will create long-term comprehension outcomes. So sometimes we just fail to give them the skills they need to comprehend long-term. So when they leave us, can they continue to understand what they've read? And those are just some of the barriers. I think I went too far. Oh, no. All right, so these are are the 3 strategies that we're going to focus on today to help to increase comprehension for our students. We're going to learn about visual imagery training. We're going to learn what QAR was. Some of you said you had no idea what that was. And we're going to think about think alouds. Okay? All right, so when we think about visual imagery training, the goal is to teach our students how to create mental pictures of the text they listen to or read. We want to help them to translate words into mental images. So one thing I do in my room a lot is I tell kids, think about when you're watching a movie. Okay, you want to create those movies in your mind. You want to create pictures of what's happening. So as you get older, there won't be as many pictures in the book. You need to be able to create those pictures for yourself, because the more they can do that, the more they can understand what they're reading. Okay, teachers can draw what you see as you read aloud to students to model visualization. So let's say, for instance, if I'm reading a book out loud, so I can read the book, and as I am reading, I can come to the board and just model how to sketch what I'm thinking or what I'm seeing. So if I'm reading about a little boy on the playground, it doesn't have to be a detailed, elaborate picture, but I can just draw a slide, a stick person, just to show them and to model what it looks like to create pictures in my mind. This is what I see. Or I can pause and say, as I stop and I think, what do I see? What do you see? Call on a few people in your classroom to think about and to explain what they see as you read. Even with picture books, you don't have to show them the pictures all the time. Have them to create their own pictures in their mind and then explain what it is they see. And then show them the picture. Does this match your visual for what you see as you read? Okay? You're going to use this later when you go to your station, so you don't have to click on that yet. Okay, so QAR. If you look up here on this poster, it says QAR. It stands for question, answer.